Sergeant at Arms, we are ready to go. Good evening, DTM Pradeep ji.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome you all to the Fujairah Toastmasters Club meeting number 431. I am Toastmaster Pattabhiraman, your Sergeant at Arms for this meeting today. Before we start the meeting, I just want to brief you on the 4 core values of Toastmasters International. That is respect, integrity, service, and excellence. I would like to remind you all also about the club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we proceed further, we need to respect sentiments of this region. So we do not talk about taboo topics, that is religion, sex, and politics. Also, I would like to request all of you to mute your mic throughout the meeting unless you are invited to make a speech. If your camera is on, please refrain from any unnecessary movement, which could be a distraction for the speakers or anyone else in this room. With that, I would like to call one who is charming, who is a civil engineer by profession, who works for Port of Fujairah. He always come forward to take up any challenge, anytime. So today he is going to play multiple roles. He is our area director. He was the immediate past president. Very enthusiastic, energetic, always calm, and he always makes sure all the goals are met on timely manner. So I happened to work with him as an ExCom member. Last year, it was a wonderful experience working with him. Without further delay, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster, Mahendran Tamilmani. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Mahendran. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Patavi, for a warm, wonderful welcome and introduction. I am over the moon, to be frank. Such an introduction I never ever get in last 1 year. Thank you so much. Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. How are you all? Hope all are good.
Fine. Yes, good.
Thank you for your response. As a president in act, I call to order today's meeting is on. Before we move on to our session, we have guests. I would like to call our guest to introduce ourselves to us and what is your motto to join or visiting Toastmasters Club. Could you please introduce yourself, Mr. Donald?
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm Donald Wilson. I'm the new teaching and learning supervisor at our own English high school, Fujairah, right? It gives me great pleasure to be a member of your group. And I have always been passionate about public speaking, right? I also happen to be the regional director for the World Scholars Cup for the Gulf GCC region. And that forum takes young debaters from an Indian scenario to a global context, right? And it finally reaches the Champions of Champions rounds at Yale in the US, right? My purpose of being a part of your Toastmasters International is because this is a wonderful forum that gives you an opportunity to hone your public speaking skills. And with an ever-evolving world, communication is the key, right? So I'm happy to be here, and that's me.
Wow, that's a great introduction about you, sir. Really, we are really delighted to be here, and we are very happy that you are going to be part of our Fujairah Toastmasters Club.
The feeling
Stay
is
with us and enjoy the show. Thank you. Mr. Nay.
Hi, I'm Nate here.
Good evening.
Yes, Nate. And the first thing, my name is Nate. I'm from Myanmar, and I'm working in the audits Fujairah as an engineer, especially the project with the maintenance project as an assistant engineer. Nice to meet you all. I joined here. I would like to join this class because one of my colleges, she also joining in this Toastmaster class, and I got the information about her. I see she's have a quite more confidence, and her communication skills, but how can I say, can more increase, but compared to previous time. So I asked her how you guys got this kind of confidence and the practice. She says she have a kind of class called Toastmaster in the Fujairah, and she joined this like I did more than 6 months, and she got kind of learning and she got improvements. And I would like to meet the new people also the same. So I would like to join this one. And yeah, thank you for welcoming me here.
Thank you, Mr. Nay, joining with us. Wish you are going to join soon in our club. All the best. We'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Vignesh.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please introduce yourself.
I am Vignesh Farah. Okay, currently working in Fujairah Terminal as a safety officer. I am from India, Tamil Nadu. Last week I aware regarding this Toastmaster and joined last week meeting. So I want to learn more from yours to improve my learning skills and talking skills. So only I joined here. Okay. So little bit improvement will do from your kind advice. Okay. Anyway, nice meet you to everybody. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vignesh, joining with us. Definitely, this is the right platform to improve your public speaking skills. Stay with us and enjoy today's session.
Sure.
Anyone apart from the three? Hope all the guests has been introduced. Thank you so much for joining with us. Before we move on, I would like to inform about club upcoming contest. We are going to have our annual contest on coming in January, probably in second week. Previously, last time we have told that first week, but it's very short time. So we are pre-scheduling our program that second week of January, third week of January, we'll have our annual club contest, international, humorous, and the first week of February will be our table topic and evaluation. So please come forward, give your name and participate in the contest. This is the one-time event in every year, but this year is going to be really tough for everyone. So please join, don't delay it. Give your name to our VP Education, Toastmaster Vempali. We will contact you shortly. And second thing, we sent a club survey. We received a few. We are still waiting for the other members to fill the form and send to us. It's going to take hardly 1 to 2 minutes. Please ensure that you have filled the form so that we will be able to understand your requirement and accordingly we will further serve you as XCOM to jointly grow together, I could say. So further, today's session is about time. I know this person almost, though I know him personally 5 years, more than 5 years. As a Toastmaster, I know him well. He joined very recently. I could say 2 years is not big time as a Toastmaster. The commitment, the compassionate with him is entirely different. I never seen as such a committed person. We have one more committed person here, that is DTM Pradeep. And the second committed person as a Toastmaster, I could say, is Toastmaster Arivazhagan, who is going to be a Toastmaster of the day and is going to talk about time. Time is something different. We never ever want to lose the time, but we never realize that we are losing our time. Further, I'm not going to discuss about time because Toastmaster Arivazhagan is the right person to know and tell about the time. He is timely committed to take all hours in the timer. With that, without delaying much, I would like to hand over the screen to Toastmaster Arivazhagan. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Arivazhagan on the stage. Thank you,
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Arivazhagan.
Thank you.
The
Thank
stage
you,
is
President Toastmaster Mahendran, our area director, for this warm welcome and a very nice introduction. Actually, I was over the moon, maybe in a different dimension, when you are talking about this introduction about me. Thank you so much for this warm welcome. And good evening, all. Welcome once again to FTC's 431st meeting. And we have a lot of things to come. We were having two prepared speeches, then followed by table topic session, then followed by a project evaluation. Then we'll be having a general evaluation of the session also. So it's going to be a fun and also a learning experience for you all. So be with us. To take up the meeting along with me or to travel along with me, there are some of the role players. We call them as silent role players. So they are going to be with us throughout the session. Like we call them as timer. Though the theme is about time, we need a timer to inform us about the what is the time, what we have taken, or what is the level we have reached. So we are having a timer. It's Toastmaster Abhilash today. Then we were having Toastmaster, the word master also today. The word master role is to introduce a new word to us. So each and every meeting there will be one word master who comes and introduces a new word, and he or she encourages us to use the word in our regular day-to-day life also, or in their speech also. Then to assist us further, we have grammarian and counter. So the role again, as you mentioned, counter and grammarian. So they will inform their roles when I call them. So first, let me call the timer Abhilash, Toastmaster Abhilash. Can you please introduce yourself and what is the role you are going to perform? Please introduce.
Yes. Good evening, all Toastmasters. I'm Abhilash. Today I took the role of the timer. So before telling about my role, can I just confirm about the participants of this project speech today? That is Mr. Shankar, Toastmaster Shankar, and Toastmaster Sahana. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I will confirm the evaluators also. Toastmaster Pradeep and Toastmaster Reshmi.
Yes.
Yes.
TM
Okay.
Pradeep and Toastmaster.
Yes. And today I will brief about the time allotted for the project speech and evaluation speech and the table topics. The project speech, the maximum allotted time is 7 minutes. And for the evaluation speech, the maximum allotted time is 3 minutes. And timings will be notified by 3 colors, which will be indicated in my background screen. I'll just cross-check once again to all the Toastmasters whether you can see my screen. Can you please tell which color you are seeing now?
Green.
Green, yeah. For now, red color.
It's red color. Yeah.
Yes. The timings, it is
How
having
about
3
amber
sections.
color? Toastmaster Abhilash, amber also, yellow.
Yeah. Amber,
Yes.
yellow, can you see?
Yes.
Yes, okay, fine. Timings are divided into 3 categories. For each project speech, the timing has 3 levels. So when we pass the 5 minutes of the speaking time, I will display this green color. And when you pass the 6 minutes of the total speaking time, so you will be indicated with this yellow color. When you exceed the completed time, you will be indicated with the red background in my screen. So is that clear for everyone?
That's great. Yes.
For project speech? Yes. And for table topics, the same 3 colors will be indicated, but the timings will be different. When you cross the 3 minutes, you will be indicated with green color. When you cross the 4th minute of the speaking time, you will be indicated
Abhilash,
with, yeah.
Toastmaster Abhilash, I think you are talking about table topic session, right?
Yeah, table topics.
Yes, so it's maximum 2 minutes, 1 minute and 1 minute green, 1 minute and 30 seconds amber, 2 minute red.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute, sorry, I'll just correct this one.
Yeah.
1 minute, it will be green, and 1 minute, 30 seconds, it will be amber.
Yes.
And 2 minutes, it will be red.
Yes, and they will be having
Yes.
10-second grace period also, but you can keep in this red throw.
Okay, sure. And for evaluation speech, the maximum time will be 3 minutes. So when you exceed the 2 minutes, it will be in green color. So if you exceed the 2.3 minutes, it will be in amber color. And if you exceed 3 minutes, it will be in red color. So Toastmasters are clear about the timings.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhilash. And whenever we call for your support, please come and report the timing at the time.
Sure.
You can keep noting yourself from the starting time onwards. Then you can report whenever you are called for. Thank you.
Yes.
So next, let us call our word master, who is going to introduce a new word to us. Toastmaster Mahendran is taking up the role today. As per the agenda, it is Toastmaster Mezun. Small correction in that. She could not join. So our Mahendran, our acting president and current area 47 director, is taking the role today. As it was well introduced by our Sergeant at Arms, that he is a multi-skilled personality, multi-phased personality, who comes and take up the role voluntarily. And he is a civil engineer by profession, working as a project engineer in Port of Fujairah. Toastmaster Mahendran, the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much for Toastmaster of the day. Today word is very simple word. I think everyone able to see. It's a step. Stead is an adjective. It means sedate, respectable, and unadventurous. Traditional. Synonyms means quiet, serious, steady, conventional, traditional. Example, they used to start vibrant new companies, turn around failing companies, and shake up stead ones. Hope you are able to use this word. Can I get some volunteer to use this word?
Our current Toastmaster, the word master, is very steady by his nature.
Thank you. DTM Pradeep.
Today I'm very straight to note down your word of the day.
That's great. Toastmaster Ashwani. Toastmaster Ashwani. Okay. Toastmaster Mahar. Toastmaster Mahar. Okay, all are very busy. I will ask Toastmaster Rafiq.
I would say good evening to all the distinguished guests, all the distinguished and state guests for today meeting 431. Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Reshmi.
Good evening all. Sometimes we feel a very difficulty to adjust to a stage situation.
Wow. Okay. Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. You are mute, sir.
Please unmute and speak.
Yeah, sometimes keeping steady is better than talking a lot.
Great. Toastmaster Abdullah.
We had a straight road trip last week.
That's great. Okay, thank you all. Please use the word. We have few more attendees who can able to deliver the word. Toastmaster Shankar? Yes. You are unmute. Please unmute.
Today's Toastmaster meeting, there is no need for stride variables. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a nice one. Thank you so much, all the Toastmasters. Project speakers, please try to use the words in your projects. Evaluators, please try to use. All the role players, please use the word stay. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Wordmaster, for this wonderful word. It's really too straight for this session. Good. So next we have our grammarian and counter. Today the role is being taken up by Toastmaster Rafiq. Toastmaster Rafiq is an newly joined young and passionate Toastmaster. He's working as a HSEQ officer in an oil terminal in Fujairah. And Toastmaster Rafiq, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, TMOD of the day. Good evening, TMOD, Toastmaster and distinguished guest. I'm Rafiq and I will be the grammarian counter for today's meeting. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. So this is the first part of my role. The second role would be as a counter. So the purpose of, just for the information of the audience, the purpose of the counter is to note words and sound that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, and you know. I will also listen for filler words, including and, or. I will also note down when a speaker repeat a word or phrase such as I, are, this means. So at the end of the meeting, I will present the grammarian counter report. That would be it. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking up this wonderful role, Toastmaster Rafiq. Hope we will catch all the players who are going to use more H words and more filler words, those who are going to use.
I just want to clarify one thing, TMOD. Since this is first time I'm taking this role, so just want to clarify one thing. Like, this grammarian counter will be applicable for the project speecher only, or it will be applicable project speecher and tabletop sessions, or it will be applicable on other role as well. Just for the clarification, I'm asking this question.
Yeah, grammarian. Mainly it's applicable to the speaker, the project speaker. You can also cover the table topic session, but regarding the counter role, you can take for everyone.
Okay.
It's an improvement opportunity for them to use the words properly.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Rafiq, it's your better communication and listening skills. So it's better to just cover all the entire session.
Noted.
It's improvement for your communication, it's listening skills. So you can use it anywhere.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much. So they are all the supporting silent role players. Though they are going to be very not straightforward, we can say straightforward. So they are going to be very quiet and they are going to observe us. in a traditional and formal way. So let us begin the session today. And the theme today is, what is the theme today we are going to talk about? Any idea? No?
Isn't it time?
Time.
Yes, we are going to see something about time. One of the greatest philosophical mysteries ever encountered by the mankind, right? How many of you accept this? It's a great mystery. And silently or straightly, it virtually governs all our tasks, what we are doing, and even the events in the entire world. Whatever happening, we started measuring, we started monitoring, we started observing, we started comparing with the time, right? So each and every single person's performance, quality, quantity wise, everything, any benchmark we take, we used to make this reference point as time. We used to measure, monitor whatever happens around us, right? And it was there is a nice quote given in the Zoom link. The most powerful warriors are patience and time, as told by Leo Tolstoy in his famous book War and Peace. How many of you accept this, or how many of us understand the implication of this? Anyone can say something about time? What is the definition according to you? What is time? Maybe Toastmaster Pattabhiraman?
Time is very precious.
Yes.
So if we lose it, we cannot get it back. And
That's
we
true.
don't know how much time left.
That's true.
So there is a saying that time once passed cannot be recalled. So
That's
it
also
means
true.
that like time itself is an opportunity for you because you have to think proactively and you have to set your goals proactively so that you doesn't waste your time and just to set your goals in life professionally, socially, from all aspects. So from in order to make a smooth pathway for you, you can also take assistance from, just like this is a forum for us, we can take mentorship from the expert people. So we can use this time to take assistance from the expert peoples to have an effective goals in life. So this
That's
time
true.
we cannot achieve this time in case if we have some persons here who experience in some sectors, so of course we will approach them. So this is the time we can use in this forum, and then we can make it fruitful for ourselves in future.
That's great. That's the value of time, right? So without wasting more time, let us get into the project speech also, because the time allotted is 1942. We are 1 minute lagging, so I don't want to get into more of this theme. Let us discuss in the further session. So to give the first speech, we are calling upon somebody who is he's a very simple and humble human, we can say, and very dedicated, passionate, and traditional also, and more formal also, because I have not seen him in other informal sessions, but so that's why I feel he's more formal. He is none other than Toastmaster Shankar, who is joining online from Dubai. Welcome, Toastmaster Shankar. And to evaluate his project speech, because there are some objectives given for him according to the path he taken, according to the level he is in, according to the project he is going to speak or deliver. So to evaluate him, we are having a one more great mentor, I can say, respectful person, distinguished Toastmaster. He is working as a finance manager in Porta Fujairah, and enough.
As a cost and management accountant.
No. We see you as a finance manager only. Money matters. Time is money. So there is a lot of respect for you. So DTM Pradeep Kumar Mantrala, please give his objectives for Toastmaster Shankar.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Arya. In my definition, time may be a plan or a schedule which is going to happen or happen. This is what is time in my definition. And
No,
coming back
you have to give one more definition when I ask you. This is voluntarily you given, that's okay.
Okay, thank you. When coming back to the evaluation of Toastmaster Shankar's speech, good evening, Toastmaster Shankar. Today's you are going to deliver research and presenting from presentation mastery level 2, project 1, right?
Yes.
Level 1, project 2.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. The time allotted for your speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and your project title is How to Ask Questions That Lead to a Yes Answer, right?
Yes.
Okay. All the best. Over to you. Over to you, Toastmaster Arivazhagan.
Thank you, Evaluator DTM Pradeep, for this wonderful introduction of the objective to Toastmaster Shankar. Shankar, the stage is yours now. I hope you have pinned the timer, or timer is visible to you.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
All the best, and the stage is yours now.
Thank you, TMOD. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guest. All of us want or expect others to say yes to all our needs, isn't it? Let it be a child to his or her parents, husband to wife, wife to husband, employee to boss, and so on. Many succeeds most times, and few continue with their attempts, learn their mistakes or opportunity for improvement, reapply, and go on until they succeed. So here, my project title is How to Ask Questions that leads to a yes answer. Yeah. No matter how strong your case is, if the other person doesn't want to hear what you have to say, you may be as well be talking to a wall. When these situations occur, there is a high risk that your carefully constructed argument will fall deaf ears. Moreover, you will be probably only find out after you have made your case. To avoid that, you need to create a favorable climate from the outset. This is the aim of Qya technique. Qya is nothing but questions that leads to yes answer. So at the end of this speech, I hope that you're able to get some insight that will make you to ask questions that elicits it yes answer. So here the principles of Qya technique is only 3. Rule number 1, ask questions. Even the best speakers will, with the right arguments and unrivaled knowledge of their subject, can fall flat in their attempts to persuade. Quite often, there is a straightforward reason why they have neglected to ask questions. So whenever you sit in a discussion or you are going to present an argument, ask the right questions. Yeah, the value of asking questions cannot be overstated. By asking questions, you, number 1, get an idea of what people you are dealing with and what they think. If you build your case without faintest idea of what they are thinking, the risk is that you have finished speaking, you will be facing a room full of blank faces and shaking heads, right? So show your audience that your number 1 concern or number 1 priority is what they speak and what the response they give it to you. To do this, you need to ask questions that elicit an answer. The questions have to be open-ended. Have the patience to wait for the answer. Listen to the answer very carefully. Yeah, do not overjump. Listen to what they say. And 4th important point is avoid interrupting the person and plugging on without waiting for an answer. So rule number 2, ask questions that elicit a yes answer. How do we do it? Choose the questions carefully to create a positive climate. This is a very important task. This will be making the situation or ambience easy for you to persuade. Nobody likes discovering that they were wrong and having to go back and change their position. Of course, all of us, a person sitting in front of us, we don't want the other to say that you are wrong or I am wrong. I don't want that, right? So we have to put ourselves in both sides of the position and present an argument. With this in mind, ask questions that will lead to yes answer. Again, here the points are: carefully choose the questions you are going to ask. You have to do a homework and you have to prepare the questions that you are going to ask. Avoid making overly direct questions or hasty or shaky assertions that people might have difficulty with. Third, don't begin by asking for something very important. Don't begin with that. Ask with some lighter questions, and then gradually you can take the discussion into different levels. Keep a close eye on other person's body language. All of you know that body language constitutes more than 60% of the other person what they try to communicate. So pay attention to all the times the body language. Almost without being aware of it, a person who is not in agreement with you will betray themselves with facial or body movements and expressions. Sometimes this will be barely perceptible. Disagreement is not expressed in words. It is expressed in body language too. Negative body language creates a negative climate, and once a negative climate sets in, it can be very difficult to turn things around. This is when you risk meeting with refusal. So try and elicit signs of interest as early as possible. Actively seek the other person's approval throughout the interview, which is very important. And third is that try to ensure a relaxed atmosphere. Now the rule number 3, present an argument. So now this is a very critical stage. One is that you are asking questions and you are preparing the questions and you are asking questions that lead to yes, and then you are now presenting the argument. Each time you ask a question, your aim is to present a particular argument. The first role of the question is to get the other person to pay attention to what you are saying. If the other person is not perceptive to what you are saying, even the most persuasive of arguments will get you nowhere. So the first thing to do is to tune the other person in. The second role of the question is to arouse interest. One way you can do this by mentioning the things that need improvement. By doing this, you maximize your chances of persuading the other person. To conclude, please remember about 3 rules. Rule 1, ask questions. Rule 2, ask questions that elicit a yes answer. Rule 3, present an argument. With this, I wish you all to be successful with all your future encounters that leads to a yes answer all times. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
That's great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shankar, for this wonderful speech. Let us get into the next session. The second speaker, our next second speaker is Toastmaster Sahana. And to say something about that, she is more passionate teacher, and she wants the physical meeting because she wants to see the people, like how they meet the students in the class. And I am sure like other teachers and students, she is also bored about with these online sessions. So hope soon we will be meeting in a physical session. To evaluate her, we were having one more passionate Toastmaster. She is a quality control engineer. That's the reason she is very peculiar about time and quality time. So she wants everything to be in quality and it should be within the specific time. So let us call Toastmaster Reshmi to introduce the objective for Toastmaster Sahana. Toastmaster Reshmi, the stage is yours now.
Thank you, TMOD, for your wonderful introduction. And good evening, all fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Toastmaster Shahana, a special good evening to you. Toastmaster Shahana is going to deliver her first speech, that is an icebreaker speech today. And the purpose of her speech is the purpose of this project for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And the time allotted for your speech is 4 to 6 minutes. The timer, please note, 4 minutes green, 5 minutes yellow, and the 6 minutes red, because it is an icebreaker speech. And I wish you all the very best to Toastmaster Shahana. And back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reshmi, for this explanation about her objective. And Toastmaster Sahana, you have taken a wonderful step today. You are getting into your first step you are taking in the Toastmaster journey. And I think you have the selected pathway is motivational strategy. That's a great pathway. And the stage is now yours.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Mahendran, and thank you, Ma'am Reshmi. We can't believe you speak this much. I never thought you were a person like this. You were so quiet, just like a cat in front of our HOD. A fruitful evening to all my dearest Toastmasters present here. Now, these were few of the comments which I very often hear from people around me. I was born and raised in Fujairah. Till my grade 5, I studied here. Then I went back to India and I continued my education in India. On the first day of my college, I studied BTech Biotechnology in Karunya University, Coimbatore. So our super seniors came to meet us on the first day. They came down to our hostel. They asked our names, and they were giving us a few roles. You all might be knowing, a sort of ragging. So there was an akka named Sharon. She came to me, she asked my name and a few other things. Then she turned back to her friends and she went like this. I don't feel like ragging her because she has this very angelic face and a very serene smile. I was very happy because I could escape from there. It went a period of 1 or 2 months after. We had few activities together and all. On the dinner table, she declared that her first impression had gone wrong. She said it was not angelic anymore. She saw the most demonic person in the first year batch. Now, if you ask any of my friends or my family, they would say, I'm an extrovert. And if you ask any of my people, any person I have only met once or twice, or family, they would say, I'm an introvert. Now, this left me baffled, quite confusing. I kept thinking about myself. Why like this? Am I a people pleaser? Is there any problem with my personality, any kind of personality disorder? Until recently, I recognized that I'm none of this. I'm neither an introvert nor an extrovert. I am an ambivert. Ambivert is something in between. We are very good at, rather than indulging in a staid conversation, we are very good at indulging in deep, intense, and meaningful conversations. At the same time, we are very good listeners too. We Toastmasters know how important both are, right? So let me also add a word to the listening, an empathetic listener. How about that? I handle several roles. I'm a teacher. I'm a single mother. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. I'm an aunt. So you know how wonderful it is, right? Several times in my life, I have come across situations where complete strangers have striken a conversation. They would pour out a long story of illness, struggle, resilience. And sometimes it was about hirayat, their longingness to be in a place which does not exist anymore. And especially that came from very old people, their nostalgic memories, where the place doesn't exist anymore. We all know that, right? Maybe our parents' house. We all have it, our old school and all. Now, just like hunger for having food, people have hunger for touch. People have hunger to be heard, to speak. These are different hungers which need to be satisfied. And the relevance of all this was understood during the last years, during the era of pandemic. I'm quite sure you people would agree with me, right? Now, today, when people ask me to mention about something what I like to do, today I say that I like to listen to life stories of people and how it has helped me. These conversations have helped me in several ways. It has helped me realize the flaws in the way I think. It has helped me realize everybody has gone through some hard times. And also, it has helped me realize people have done impossible things before. So I can too. This is the best in me. Thank you all for patiently listening to my talk. A great day to you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Speaker Toastmaster Shahana, for this wonderful speech. And let us get into the session now. Toastmaster, timer Abhilash, can you please read out the timing, how much they consumed or how much they utilized for giving their speech?
Yes. Toastmaster Shankar has given a speech for 7 minutes and 12 seconds. And Toastmaster Shahana has delivered a speech for 5 minutes and 35 seconds.
That's great. Thank you, timer. And
Thank you.
Toastmaster President Mahendran, do we have any voting now or we'll go? Okay, good. There is a poll, kindly vote. Let the voting go side by side. Let us continue with our topic theme. Time. So actually, what is time? As defined, time is a measure of non-stop, consistent change in our surrounding, usually from a specific viewpoint, right? How many of you accept this? It's a non-stop thing. No one can pass the time. Okay, time, please wait. Let me finish my activity and then come. Yes, Toastmaster DTM Pradeep, you want to say something?
No, I'm saying I'm accepting to your statement.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So that's great. So it's from a specific viewpoint, not only from a specific viewpoint, it's from each and every person's perspective also. When you are happy or when you are in a joyful mood, the time flies for you, right? Same time slows down when you are in a dull mood, when you are upset, when you are sad, then time never passes. What is the reason for that? How many of you encountered this? When you are with your kids, how fast the time? Yes, DTM Pradeep, share your experience.
Yeah, many times, sometimes when our mood was not good, then the time will not pass properly. A very recent example, recently I traveled to India when my father was not feeling well. Even though I was there only for 10 days, I felt like I was there for 30 days, almost annual vacation. So when our mood is not good, the time will not pass. Especially today when I am hearing Toastmaster Shankar's speech, I could not realize that 7 minutes are over. Is reaching. When I am seeing the timer, it has reached to the yellow already. So that's what these are some of the live experiences.
That's
okay.
true.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Abhilash, you want to share something?
Yeah, whenever we have some vacation or we have some good positive connection with the friends and all, the time flies just like that. But the situations like waiting in the airport, something like this, the time never goes. We have to wait for hours and hours. Even the single hour will be like a day.
See,
it depends
correct.
upon the mood. Yeah.
Mood. And also the person whom we are with. Another thing.
Exactly.
Yes, madam.
If any of you have ever attended entrance coaching, you can relate to the same. The time will never go.
But same person, when he sit in the entrance exam, time will not be enough. Within 10 questions, we would have finished, the time would have been, they started giving the warning. Oh my God. So that is a different thing. All based upon the person's perspective and the brain, how it works based on the amygdala. When how much it is active, then time flies more. So it's all, so time is actually, in that case, we see time is not constant. Time is not at all real. You cannot define time from a like a science perspective, because science need physical proof. There should be some research paper should be there. Somebody should see it through microscope, or some experiment should be there to measure the time. No, by only seeing the clock, we are seeing the time, or we are just witnessing the things happening. When we are here in UAE, the time is different. When we are in India, the time is different. When we travel, that is different. When we are in other dimension, like when we are in space, it's different. So then comes the relativity theory and all. But still, time is something precious. How safe and how safely we are handling it, and how carefully we are handling it, accordingly, then it helps us. So let us get back into the next session. To take the next session is impromptu speech. We call impromptu speech is, there will be a question given to you. Within seconds, you need to think about the topic and talk pertaining to the questions given to you. That is the impromptu section. Like it's different from the project speech, because project speech we have a defined objective. You prepare the speech with respect to the objective, and there is an evaluator who is going to evaluate for the whether the objective is met or not. But here, this impromptu speech, the table topic master will come. He or she will just flash the question. You have to immediately think something and then talk for that 1 minute, or within that 1 minute and within the 1 minute the minimum period, and 2 minutes is the maximum speaking time. To have the table topic session, we have a interesting Toastmaster. She is recently joined, but she is multiverse. Wherever she can able to mark her stamp, she is there. We can call as a omnipresent. Wherever there is something good happening, you can see Toastmaster Ashwini is there, and she want to learn something new. She want to actively participate and take up new roles. So it's wonderful associated with Toastmaster Ashwani. And Toastmaster Ashwani, the stage is yours now. You can take up.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am Toastmaster Ashwini. I am your today's session table topic master. Can we start?
Yes.
Can you please tell about the timing once again for the new members also?
Okay. Okay. Table topic is the session of Toastmasters meeting. Here we given to the opportunity to practice in top speaking. Table topics are on to 2 minutes. If you speak for less than 1 minute, more than 2 minutes, you will be disqualified. More than 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. The green signal will be displayed at 1 minute, and the yellow signal will be displayed at 1:30, and the green signal will be displayed at 3. Please come, join and participate and ensure. All are welcome to this
The
session.
red light will be displayed at 2 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. Who will come first?
You can pull people, no problem. Toastmaster, yes, president is readily available.
Ms. Mahendran?
The Toastmaster Mahar, not me. Okay. No problem. Yeah.
I can't hear. Sir, can you please?
Yes, Madam Toastmaster Mahendran is ready.
Okay, Toastmaster Mahendran. Your question is, which is the best in your life you share?
Toastmaster Ashwani, can you please repeat the question? I think there is some network disruptions. Toastmaster Mahendran, the question is, what is the best time you ever had? Toastmaster Mahendran, what is the best time you ever had?
Good evening, hello Toastmaster. Once again, what is the best time I ever had? To me, it's undefinable. The reason is, whenever you see the past, you feel that that's the best time, but we don't know about the future. And even the present moment, I would say, is the best time because I'm able to speak as a table topic speaker in the first position. So each moment is best for everyone, and it's the way that how we are leading, how we are taking. If you take a positive thought with a positive mind, then each moment is the best time. We all know that we have a lot of uncertainty and uncomfortness with the people and the time and the situation wherever we work, in the workplace or either in the home. But still, the time and the best moment is with us. If you feel comfortable, if you are able to make others be comfortable, then that's the best moment and the best time ever in your life. So be friendly, be happy, and the rest, all the time, is a favorite time to everyone. That's all from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Mahendran. Best wishes. Thank you for your past participation. Next, who will come? Toastmaster Maha?
No, Toastmaster Mahar is not there. Toastmaster Rafiq is ready.
Okay, okay, Toastmaster Rafiq. Toastmaster Rafiq, your question is, which activities make you lose track of time?
Excuse me, can you please repeat it?
Are you clear?
Yes,
Okay,
Toastmaster Ashwani.
Which
First you can call the name of the Toastmaster, then the question, again the question and the name of the Toastmaster. You have to repeat 2 times. Clear? Maybe you can switch off the video. You have some bandwidth issue.
Yes, sir, here. Some network issue. Okay, sir, can you repeat once more?
You can say the Toastmaster Rafiq name, then the question, then again repeat the question, Toastmaster Rafiq name. Like that you continue.
Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Rafiq, your question is, which activities make you lose track of time?
Okay.
Got it? Okay, Toastmaster Rafiq, you can start.
Thank you very much for the topic. The topic is which activity to keep you away from the main track. That will be the thing. So for me, the activity which most of the time detract me is discussion with the wrong people or with the persons whose mind cannot match with my idea or with my thinking. I face it most of the time in my school. I face it in most of the time in my university, and presently in the work area. If I'm discussing something with the persons who is from the other department, so that is the most important task for me, how to convince that persons. I'm telling him one thing, he's telling me some other thing. So this is the things which I'm oftenly facing from my colleague. Okay, to convince them, you don't have to do this thing. So suddenly he is sparking me with the things which is 180 degree away from the perspective which I'm keeping on table in front of him. So for me, the peoples whose mind doesn't match with my thinking, those are the peoples whom I'm facing most of the time and who are detracting me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ritik, for your participation. Best wishes. Who will come? Toastmaster Rashmi, can you please?
Yes, Rashmi. Toastmaster Rashmi.
Okay. New Year is coming. So what is your New Year resolution?
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, and good evening once again to all fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. What is my New Year's resolution? Another year also about to go, and the New Year is in our doorsteps. Just one thing only we can do is just open it with a pleasant smile and bring it in. Now, as a New Year, this is just or a proper time to get into the New Year resolution also. So if a person can take a New Year resolution and bring it happens, because make it as a goal and continuously work on that thing with a perseverance and make it happen. If a person can do like that, means I will call that person as a disciplined, perseverant person. But unfortunately, I am not a person like that. Because from my childhood onwards, I have set some goals in my student time, but anyway, nothing will happen. In the coming 10 days, will go all gone. So what I want, and when I switch, when I become somebody's responsibility, it is very easy to take anything. But now it is my responsibility, then it is very difficult to find some time also to make the goals happen also. So what I am doing is, whenever something comes into my mind, that is the best time, and we just get into that thing. So whenever with the minimum time effort and with the maximum effort, we can do it possible. That is the only thing I am practicing to make my goal happen. So now, what is the importance of New Year? So every year this New Year is happening and we are all celebrating that day. What is the importance of New Year? It is because of resolution? No. The New Year is just reminding us, if you did any resolution this year, anything happens, something good for you and something good for others. This is the only thing for me, it is a New Year. Just a reminding. The nature is reminding us that what happens to you, or what happens in your surroundings, everything is going good or not. So just as a reminder. So this is a wonderful topic, and a thank to you, Table Topic Master, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for your participation. Best wishes, dear Toastmaster Rashmi. Next, Toastmaster Sadish, can you please join?
Yes, good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sadish. Your question is, can you share an experience
Toastmaster
about
Ashwani? Toastmaster Ashwani?
Yes, sir.
Hello. I think
hello,
Sadish is driving now. Better not to disturb him. Sadish, you are driving now?
Yeah.
Have a safe drive.
Good, thank you.
So maybe you can push the question to Toastmaster Abhilash. Abhilash, it's okay?
Yes, it's okay. Fine.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Your question is, can you share an experience about a time you set difficult goals? You can start, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Yeah. My difficult time was as soon as I finished my college and I came to UAE to pursue my career in health and safety department. When I landed here, I did not know a single word in Hindi. The only language which I was communicating was in English. So most of the colleagues and workers, they were able to understand what I'm saying in Hindi only. But it was a hard time. It was a hard phase for me for the past like 6 months. I used to Google the things in English and translate it in Hindi. And I used to write the translations in English and give the trainings and communicate with the people. By this way, I slowly developed my communication in Hindi language. Now I'm able to communicate with all my colleagues and employees in Hindi. So this is one of the hardest time in my life. So and I've overcome that with constant practice and consistency and dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash, for your valuable participation and best wishes. Next, dear guests, can you please join and participate?
Yes. Can we call our guest Nailin or Vignesh? Who is ready? Vignesh, are you there?
Yeah, yes, good evening. I'm ready. I'm here.
Good. Ashwani, guest Vignesh is there.
Okay. Thank you, dear Vignesh. Your question is, can you think of a time when impossible became possible?
Time impossible and become possible, right?
Possible, yeah, yes.
Yeah, good evening to everybody again. Okay, thank you for giving the opportunity for speaking this platform. Okay, this which is we had in past time. That's we impossible to attend, like certain interview or losing certain interview, certain study, college admissions, or any other things. Okay, which is we lost, we cannot able to impossible to return, but we can worry. Oh, we lost like this. That time we are not planning that one. Our schedule is not sufficient, so we are worried later that only. But in future time, okay, we can plan properly and move ahead in time manner. Then we can get that time if we are not losing. Which is we are losing that one, we have to take as a lesson learned and to approach and against for the future planning. So that time we have to benefit as a schedule, have to gain. We have to get a gain. We are not to lose anything. Okay. That's something. Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Sir Vignesh. Thank you for your participation and best wishes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Nailin. Nailin, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes. Toastmaster Ashwani, Nailin is there.
Okay. Okay. Your question is, how will you feel when you complete the goal?
Complete that goal?
Yeah, complete the goal.
How do you feel when you complete your goal?
Feel. Yes.
Yeah, your feel.
Yes, it's gonna be really grateful to complete the goals because I just get this kind of feeling like few months ago only. I just finished end on my class. One of mine, I would like to attend the class, and I just finished this class. Now also I start doing the new goals. I start joining the organization like the Toastmaster. So it's not the finishing, but I started this one. So it's gonna be and go, and I'm serving for I'm covering for the completing the goal and the kind of this person. So yes, it's very wonderful for me, and I need some kind of finishing of the goal every year, or maybe the big one, not small one, but every time we need. And I believe all the people also have some kind of carving to finish the completing or to completing the goals. Thank you for allowing me to speak for my first day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Nailin, for your participation and best wishes, sir. Please, next.
Toastmaster Ashwani, how many questions more you have? Can we have one more participant? Maybe Toastmaster Pattabhiraman want to join. Yes,
Okay,
Toastmaster
sir.
Shankar also want to join.
Okay.
You can choose between Pattabhiraman or Shankar.
Both of you can participate.
Toastmaster Pattabhiraman we can call.
Okay.
Are you ready, Toastmaster Pattabhiraman?
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. Your question is, where do you find inspiration? You can start Toastmasters.
Inspiration. Okay, thank you for the wonderful question. Where do you find inspiration?
Okay. Yeah, where
Inspiration
do
is
you find inspiration?
Yeah, inspiration is available everywhere, but it is up to us. How do we see and grab the inspiration? Because the people surrounded by us, the things we see around, everything is an inspiration. But sometimes you realize, sometimes you don't realize. It is up to us. How do we perceive things in our mind? Today we had attended one interesting session also. It was briefed about how is our mindset, how to overcome the difficulties. So the inspiration is available everywhere. It's not only with one person, because there are a lot of opportunities you get inspired from others. Not everything from individual, but there are certain good qualities because everybody is unique in my point of view. There are a lot of opportunities to get inspired by each one of the individuals. So that is how I perceive the inspiration. So there are a lot of opportunities. Even today, I see the inspiration within Ashwini, who is conducting, because when she joined, I know how she was, coming forward to talk. Sometimes she was shy. Sometimes she was a little bit difficulties in coming to the stage. Now I see her flawless. That is another inspiration for the people coming in new on this stage or the platform with the hope that they can improve on the public speaking skill. So this is one of the classic example I can refer to as the inspiration for today. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable participation and best wishes, sir.
So you want to give opportunity to Toastmaster Shankar?
Yes.
Yes.
If time permits, yeah. Okay.
Toastmaster Shankar?
Yes, please.
Okay. The question is, what you are doing unique in enjoying your work? You can start, Toastmaster Shankar.
Good evening once again, all the Toastmasters and distinguished guests. In fact, indeed, it's a wonderful question, table topic master, that what I do unique to enjoy my work. There is an answer in the question itself. I do things unique to make myself enjoyment. What is that unique? Unique is nothing but doing things, not copying from others, be creative and trying to adapt and align with what is needed from our work output, right? So that's unique. It's not that, we need to be indigenous in our thinking, as well as what we think we need to exhibit and execute. So that is how I do. I do not try to invent something new. Rather, I try to put logical conclusion of each and everything. What is that output of any given task, and how better we can do it, and what all the ways probably I can brainstorm with the stakeholders involved in that particular task and try to give the best, so that we don't do over exercising as well as under exercising. We don't need to find the result after work is done, so that we can when we do the brainstorming with the people, we know exactly what is needed and we can exert the exact force or time or whatever resources needed. So with this, I rest my submission. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, for this opportunity. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shankar, for your valuable participation and best wishes. Toastmaster Shahana, can you please join?
Toastmaster Ashwani, I think we are running out of time.
Okay.
Maybe we can end of the session.
Okay. Thank you, dear all Toastmasters and guests for participating this table topic session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwani, for taking up this table topic section in an awesome manner. Superbly done. And very nice questions, nicely, neatly designed. And we see a lot of participation today. And because of the time constraint, we could not accommodate more number of speakers. I think another 3 or 4 persons pending to participate, but still okay. Let us have it in the next session. Maybe version 1, version 2 you can do in the next meeting also. Yes, Toastmaster Nailin, you want to say something?
Sorry, I think it's a mistake. Touch the
no worries,
quiz.
no worries.
Sorry, I'm not used to this team meeting application. Sorry.
No worries. So thank you so much. So let us get into the next session. Before getting into the next session, let us have the timer. Can you please tell who and all maybe were not meeting the time criteria for voting purpose? No need to have the entire list.
Yeah.
Or all are eligible? Can you please tell?
Yes, all are eligible for the. All are within the time limits.
That's great. Thank you and congrats, Toastmaster Mahendran. We have vote. Yes, super. Please vote. Let the vote continue. We will also continue as the time travel parallelly. Let us continue the theme also with us. So when we were discussing about time, there are a lot of definitions for the time, and the philosopher all over the world, researchers, great scientists are breaking their head to really understand what is time, because time is not constant, time is changing. Some people were discussing that time travels in a straight line from past, from future, from present to future, like that. So some of the theory comes like time goes in a circular motion. Whatever happens, we again have to see, or we used to see also in our time life frame. So some people used to say it goes in a circle. It starts from one point to one. It's not like that also, because there are so many other theories are there. Time goes into the cyclic motion in an upward direction. So that is also there. And some places they told it should not be in a downward direction, means then you are not performing or you are not living your life fully. You have to ensure that life goes in a cyclic way, upward cycle, like rising cycle, not the lowering cycle, something. So there are so many things are there, so many philosophies are there. Different religions talks about so many things. Since we are in Toastmaster forum, it's a taboo topic for us to discuss also. And so many philosophies are there, so many philosophers working on that. But is it possible to slow down the time? Is it possible to slow down the time by its own, or manually from our side?
No,
we cannot slow down the time,
possible.
right? Yeah, it's not possible. But when you are in the like you are in the International Space Station, then how the things goes?
Yeah.
You slow down the time there, right? So based on the where we are, based on the our dimension, our position, our location, it is possible. So, but only thing, some of the researchers, when they research, they were saying that exposing yourself to the new experience or the new environment actually can slower the time. It makes you feel younger. Though when we are growing, we say we are growing age by age, year by years, day by day, time by time. We think we are going older, but no, you can also slow down by learning something new, learning something different. No need to, it should be nothing, like rocket science or something you need to learn so that you can bring down. No, very simple thing. Instead of using the right hand for brushing, if you are brushing through right hand, use the left hand. Automatically, the entire neurons will start rearranging and they form a new setup. So it also reverses the aging process also. So that is one thing. And if you are taking a same route daily, if you are going through the same route, take a different route, automatically brain will start rewiring again, because it feels something new. Where I am traveling, which side, this is new for me. There is sudden exit is coming. there is a roundabout coming. So there will be a new neurons will start to rewiring and new things will happen. That also there is a chance for you to reverse the time or slow down the time. Correct. So these are all some of the concepts which shows that time is self-evident. An hour consists of certain minutes and certain hours in a day, certain seconds in a minute. So that it's all happening. It's all predefined by different like Mayans and different cultures. They defined something, but again, all the perspective changes is each and everyone's perspective wise. So just be alert. Present condition is the present moment is the main thing. That is the reason when like since Shahana giving her Toastmaster Shahana giving her icebreaker speech, when I was giving my icebreaker speech in 2019 September, I used the quote from Eckhart Tolle. He told, accept the present moment to the fully, accept as if you chosen the present moment, then go with the flow, and definitely it will be a positive one, or it gives a better life for you. That's the thing, because when you are in the past, you are only just reminding or rewiring or remembering the things happen in the past, because you cannot travel back and you cannot set right whatever happened also. And future, not sure. We cannot confirm that, or we cannot say, but you are going to have a good future. No, tomorrow, what is happening, we don't know also. So the present moment is for you, present time where you are there, it's the time for you. Utilize well, put a lot of efforts to make it best for you, not only for you, for the people around you. Ensure that you are happy, joyful, and really it's going to be the best time, correct? So time is nothing but only us. We are the time. Be with the flow, be with the motion, and be at the present moment. Okay, so let us get into the other section now. To take up the session, we call as the evaluation session. So the project speech given by 2 speakers will be evaluated now. To take up this session, we have a very, how to say, a very staid Toastmaster, you can say, a very passionate Toastmaster, a leader, and a great mentor, and role model for so many ebullient safety officers here in Fujairah. Not only here in Fujairah, in GCC also we can say. So Toastmaster Pattabhiraman, he is our Sergeant at Arms in FTC and member of 2 or 3 clubs overall. Toastmaster Pattabhiraman, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, TMOD, Toastmaster Arivazhagan. Thanks for the wonderful introduction and the opportunity to perform as the evaluator today. I know time is precious. We are running out of time now, so we need to catch up. Without any further delay, I would like to, because I am supported today by wonderful team members on the evaluation and timer, as well as wordmaster and the grammarian role. So I'm going to get their feedback first before I conclude my speech. To take up the first evaluation, we have this experienced Toastmaster, not Toastmaster, he is a distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. DTM Pradeep. Can you just come forward to give your evaluation on the speaker number 1, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pattabhiraman. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. A special good evening to the project speaker, Toastmaster Shankar. Toastmaster Shankar, congratulate on completion of your project speech. How to lead your questions to say yes. That itself, the title itself has grabbed my attention. What are you going to tell today? As per the purposes or objectives of your speech, you have clearly met the objectives and purpose of your speech. You have come up with a well-researched topic and giving us a small synonym, or I can say as a quote like QYA. It grabs the attention of the audience. What is Q, what is Y, and what is A? You explained about what is Q, questions that leads to yes. Ask the questions first of all, and it has to elicit S and present your argument A. All three are well explained with your examples, everything. And moreover, you have concluded your speech with once again the questions like Q, Y, and A. Even though you have done your speech very confidently and comfortability, I would recommend to some 2 or 3 things to take your speech to the next level. What I felt is these are all very basic things. You don't need to write also, because I found that you missed your eye contact. I felt that you are seeing down. When you are on the camera, in front of the camera, you see the camera and deliver your speech. Don't look at the down. When you are looking at the down means, if I am looking at the down means I am concentrating my attention on the audience, whether they are watching me or not. Don't worry about the audience. Don't look at the audience. Just deliver your speech by seeing the camera when you are in front of the camera. When you are on the stage, just see the audience eyes and deliver it. That's it. And second thing, since it is a research-based project, I felt that you could have presented within 2 or 3 slides. That will give a different impact. When you show it on a slide, the people will see and remember the images, whatever you are going to show. Only these 2 things which I felt it, and add a little humor or engage the audience by asking some questions. Then people will understand what you are going to do. Overall, it was a very nice speech, and you have done a good speech. I wish you all the best to deliver many more speeches to us. Over to Toastmaster Patavaraman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Pradeep, for the wonderful evaluation. So I'd like to call the next evaluator, Toastmaster Reshmi, to evaluate Toastmaster Shahana's icebreaker speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Reshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Patavaraman. Before starting the evaluation, as Toastmaster Arif told, thank you for being a professional vendor to me also, Toastmaster Patavaraman, because I must say that thing. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests once again. And a very special good evening to my evaluatee, Toastmaster Shahana in particular. I would like to request you all to give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Shahana. I'm standing, so please, all of you stand up and give. Thank you so much. And Toastmaster Shahana, congratulations to break your ice and welcome to the world of the public speaking. And the burst in me titled the speech. Actually, the speech, honestly speaking, this is an educational session for me, because I learned new words like ambivert, because before I heard this ambivalence only. This ambivert is very news to me, and empathetic listening. So these all things are news to me. And what a dramatical start you started, Toastmaster Shahana, and it provokes me into getting to your speech with your innocent voice modulation, I must say, and your own experience that you very nicely explained the extrovert, introvert, and then the ambivert. And then you explain very dramatically, I must say, and where you lies. And it is an excellent try, I must say. Now, you will explain the term empathetic listener, how we can be an empathetic listener, and where we have to practice an empathetic listener, and how what is the requirement to be an empathetic listener. These 3 things you will explain. And this is very brilliant, I must say. And it is very, very important to understand that thing also. Again, you in the beginning give an explanation that where you hail, who you are, in a very small sentence, in a very brief, I must say, but it is a very crystal clear, and how much you are responsible as a passionate teacher, mother, and a good friend. And you explained all the stories that you like, and finally, a very good message that impacted not only to the Toastmasters, to the mankind itself, I must say. And it is a perfect package, enough for an audience to say, and one of the best icebreaker speech I ever heard in my years, I must say. And as it is a Toastmaster speech, I have to say some improvement parts for you. Most of the times you maintain the eye contact, but in between, I felt there is a little gap in the eye contact. In between a break, I felt. Maybe because of the online section, I don't know, but I felt a little break in that thing that you can keep on improving. If very honestly speaking, you can do it in a very easy manner, I can say. And now, and you explained the college stories and from where you hail, all these things you explained. But I was eagerly waiting to hear your childhood stories also. That to hear about the innocent, naughty, crazy Shahana, baby Shahana, from where you start. That also I was very eagerly waiting. No matter, in your future speeches you can include all these things. Other than this, you have a better clarity. You with a better clarity itself, you open the message with the opening messages and the new terms, ambivert, empathetic listening, and the concluding messages. You give the audience awareness in a very well manner, and the vocal variety. That is very difficult to start in the icebreaker speech, but you started very well in the beginning itself. So that itself, it make the audience awareness, I must say. And you try the justice truthfully. You are in a perfect comfort level. And overall, it is mixed with the humorous. And that is also very difficult to start in an icebreaker speech. So I must say it is a stage speech and also a non-stage speech also. It's a combination of both from you. That is a perfect, and also with a perfect message. This is once again a perfect, one of the best icebreaker speech I ever heard. And I wish you more success, and I wish you heard more and more speeches from you in the future also. All the best, Toastmaster Shahana, and back to you, sir. Toastmaster Patabi.
Thank you very much. Wow, what a wonderful evaluation. I think it will be very useful for Toastmaster Shahana for continuing her journey forward. I'd like to call the timer to give the feedback on the evaluation speaker timing.
Yes. Evaluator 1, Mr. Toastmaster Pradeep has delivered his speech for 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And evaluator 2, Reshmi, she has delivered a speech for 4 minutes. So both the Toastmasters has exceeded the time limits. Thank you.
So anyway, then we can qualify both of them to select one. How does it work?
No, 3 minutes 17 seconds. So Nitin Pradeep is qualified. And Toastmaster.
Yeah, you can take both of them. No issue. For voting, you can choose the Reshmi also.
Anyway, whatever is the applicable rules, please we will follow. We'll leave it to IPP to conduct this voting session. Then I will move forward. Without further delay, we can parallelly work on the voting session. So I'd like to call next our word master of the day. Again, IPP. Please come forward to give your word master's report, please.
Good evening once again, dear state Toastmasters. The word we use actually is more than I expected, because we have a successful round robin session. So we got almost all the Toastmasters has used the word. Apart from that, Toastmaster Ariv used once. Toastmaster Reshmi used once. I'm sorry if I missed someone. Toastmaster Shahana used once, I believe. Yeah. That's all from my end. Thank you. Use the words as much as possible in your daily life. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, IPP. And he is performing multiple roles today. Thank you very much for your precise report. Next, I'd like to call Mr. Rafiq, Toastmaster Rafiq, to give your grammarian and counter report.
Thank you very much, TM Patabi. So our TMOD of the day, he used the filler word 11 times, and I like the quote he used at the start: the most powerful warrior are patience in time. I also like the way he used how you can slow down the time, like if you want to brush your teeth using your left hand rather than your right hand, so you can feel how the time can be slow. The project speaker 1, TM Shankar, he used 6 times ah and 1 time so. And the good things, he facilitated the audience with the 3 rules of asking questions was one of the good things. Project speech 2, Ms. Shahana, he used 1 time the filler words, and she also used 1 tactic. I like to listen the stories of the people. That were also one of the good things she mentioned. Reshmi used TM Reshmi used 7 times the filler words Mr. Abhilesh, TM Abhilesh used 1 time TM Ashwani used 2 times Mahendra 0. TM Vignesh used 3 times the filler words Nel. TM Patabi used 3 times the filler words TM Pradeep Nel. And this is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rafiq. It was a wonderful report. I hope everybody will benefit from your feedback for the betterment. So without further delay, I'd like to go on my general evaluation, starting from, first of all, I would like to give a big round of applause for all the role players who came forward to take up this role. And most of them are new Toastmasters. I really wish them good luck, and they did a fantastic job. So big round of applause to all of them. To start with my evaluation, the networking session, yes, we have started even before 7 o'clock, and most of the people were already there. Almost when I joined by 7 o'clock, almost 10 of them already present. So that shows the people are keen to attend this meeting. Started with the Sergeant at Arms. Yes, always we need some energy. So it was done by me, but I need to push myself to gain more energy for start of the meeting. I need to borrow it from TM Sunir, to be honest, but I am trying my best like others. Presidential address, it was wonderful. Even though our president is not there, our multiple role player today, the past IPP, has done a wonderful job. He has summarized what are the important outcomes, highlights for the coming weeks very precisely. And also one thing, the changes in the agenda, but it was not precisely explained. Maybe that could be one thing, maybe take a note. I think it always explained during the presidential address, I believe. There's a one part I could observe. And TMOD, the goal, everybody would like to know about time, and he has done a wonderful job as always. Then introduction timer. Big round of applause again to Toastmaster Abhilash. I never seen this kind of introduction on the timer, because everybody explained about what is the green, yellow, and red, and he displayed at the same time, and he was very polite, and he could explain very well, very calm manner, and he is always a straight Toastmaster. And good luck to you, and all the very best for your future roles. Grammarian and counter, yes, there was a last minute change, and immediately Toastmaster Rafiq picked up this role from Toastmaster Ismail. Again, a good job, and he summarized very well, and what are the different counting, and also the even he didn't highlight on the grammatical error much, but he already was able to note down and observe what are the good important communications taken place during the project speech. That was a wonderful thing, and definitely his feedback will help all the role players to improve their skills going forward. That is the main intention of the grammarian and counter role. Again, coming back to the project speakers, it was wonderful because they both goals already evaluated by the project evaluator. I have nothing to add. And definitely I like the techniques of asking the questions, how to get an yes answer. I learned something new from Toastmasters Shankar. Then of course, the next speaker was really a wonderful speech, I would say. And it was not like a first icebreaker speech. She's definitely a seasoned speaker, I would say. And good asset to our Toastmaster club. Going forward, we can learn a lot of things from Toastmaster Shahana. Well done, both of the project speakers. And on the next one, table topic section. Yes, brilliant job done by Toastmaster Ashwini. I had seen how she was struggling initially, not to criticize, but just to compare how she was when she joined the Toastmaster club and how she is today. Definitely a lot of improvements, and she managed to engage most of the audience on board today. We have only less participants, almost 13 of them today, but she actively engaged almost 8 of them. That was a good achievement within a short duration, and the topics were very easy for the speakers to explain their perspective. So that was a wonderful job. Few areas of improvements I want to highlight here. We have very less number of participants. I would like all the exam members to work together to bring more people on board. And one thing I forgot to mention, we had 3 new guests today joined. That was a good sign. But ESCOM members, we have 35. If you deduct these 3 new members, effectively we have only 10 members participating. Most of them are playing the roles. So this is a quite unfortunate situation I see in the FTC club. It is one of the pioneer club. We expect more and more participants, especially distinguished Toastmaster Pradeep presence is very valuable today to motivate all the newcomers. So I would definitely request DTM Pradeep to come and forward to attend all the meetings, to encourage all of us and guide us and mentor to improve our strength and to bring back our good quality. So that is very important. This is one of the pioneer club. We don't want this to lose the momentum. I think with everybody's support, we can make it better and better. So that is the one part it was missing. Otherwise, we are doing a fantastic job, and even there is a slight lapses in the timing. I would say definitely, because it was a wonderful opportunity given to all the table topic speakers. That's why we grab little more time. That's okay, because we have less participants. We have to entertain everyone. Thank you everybody for the opportunity, and there is a room for improvement in terms of participation. I would like to see in the coming meetings there is more participation, and definitely our ESCOM members to work together to make it better. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Arif. Thank you very much.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this wonderful introduction, wonderful evaluation through the entire team. You have done a great job. Thank you so much. And to continue with our theme, so the time is immeasurable, correct? We cannot identify it, we cannot see it, or we cannot touch it, but only just we can see through the clock. Whatever clock reads, we see, okay, now it is 11 o'clock, it is reading 11 o'clock. Now it is 10 o'clock, it is reading, then it is 10 o'clock. Like that only we are going it up. But we have to accept that time is important, right? Correct? So time is important because we measure everything through time. How much work we put out, the output we are making, we measure through the time. Kids, how much time they are spending in reading or doing the things, exam also, we measure through the time only. Based on the time, everything goes ahead. So my only suggestion, like I feel like first know your priorities. Prioritize first. Whatever I need to do today or at this present moment, whether it is important to me or it is important to the people around me, whether it is going to help me for having a better future. We cannot confirm it, but still we can visualize that, perceive that is going to be good for me. Then you do that. So know the priority. Learn to schedule. The power of schedule is really, really important. Schedule it also. When you prioritize itself, you know what are the things you want to do first, and accordingly schedule it. Allocate the time for that. This much time I'm going to take for this particular thing, and so that you can properly go ahead with that schedule. Then take a break. Give a break. Take some time for yourself. Spend maybe alone, just a cup of coffee or one small song. Just have a break. Enjoy the time. Be with the flow. No need to think about the priorities, schedule. It will be also there. There will be a plan for that, but still you are important. So give value for yourself also. Do something to relieve the stress, because when there is a schedule, when there is a priority, automatically the stress also get attached to that. We cannot remove that. We cannot nullify that. We cannot no, keep away the stress. It will be there, but take it as a positive stress. Be with the flow. Just accept that, okay, you are there with me. You will be guiding me. Like the quote what we have mentioned, time and patience are the warriors. If you utilize well, they are going to guard you wherever you go. Whatever your position you are in, they are really going to guard you. So use it wisely. Exercise, do some exercise, do some meditation, or even play with the kids, play with the pet, whatever you have. Do something what you like, so it naturally got relieved from the stress. And try to avoid reading newspaper or TV news or social media. Or restrict yourself. Spend some quality time, because newspaper, it's not going to tell the present condition. It is going to bring the past to you. It again unnecessary, making wasting the time remembering those things. It's not going to help you. You cannot go back and correct it and then come to the present. No, it's okay, happen. Just leave it and keep moving. Enjoy with the people you love. Be with the people. Allocate time for your friends, allocate time for your family, allocate time for your work, and also for your own self. Maybe priority changes. Okay, family 30%, friends 30%, work 20%, self 20%. Or some people self 40%. It's no problem. It's you, your life. You have to give the value for that. It's you are going to be with. Correct. So spend a wise time. Give a time for that. Be with the people you love, and whatever you do, involve fully. Be with the present moment. Be with the activity what you are doing, and then enjoy the preparation also. Whatever the priorities you given, whatever the schedule you prepare, whatever time you are taking for preparing this also, respect that. That itself valuable foundation which you are going to make for the better utilization of the time. And then try to say no wherever you want to say, or if your mind says that say no, try to say no. Where so many things happening because we are not able to say no at that particular time. If it is no, no, stick to that. Respect yourself and entertain or engage in a growth environment. Be with the people who are going to support you, or be with the people who are going to nourish you. Not only you, they are also going to get nourished because they are going to be with you, right? So be the growth environment which paves a path for you, and have some fun. Be a child, no problem. What is that happen? Crack a joke. No one laughs, no problem. You laugh, you clap yourself, pat yourself, keep moving. But have some fun activity. Just crawl in the road, in the room. If you are, if kids were want to sit on your no back, take like a elephant walk. Take them also. But whatever you like, whatever makes you happy, so that the brain, it get activated. It rewires again the all the whatever chemicals, neurochemicals in the brain will keep you young, energetic, and it makes the time flies. So be with the present moment, enjoy the show, enjoy the time. Only thing, don't worry about the time. Okay, today you prioritize something, you could not finish. It's okay. Plan it for tomorrow. Keep moving. No, I could not make. Maybe I am not very good in prioritizing, or I am not good at scheduling. Let me not do. No, don't leave it. Keep doing the same thing. One day you will be successful, and then you will be succeeding at that. But plan ahead. Keep working on that. Just keep the thought process itself, and believe that everything happens for a good reason. Correct. So that belief should be there, and believe that you are wonderful, you are strong, you are worthy, and those thought process also should be there. I like one of the quote given by a famous saint, Anthony do Saint. He told, it is the time you wasted for the rose that makes the rose so important. Right, you are waiting for the rose to bud or something like that, but that is the thing which make the rose valuable. So whatever you are spending the time, it's really worth one. So spend it wisely and utilize it wisely. So that's all from my side. Oh, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hope I also utilized my time and I didn't waste your time. Hope you all had a good time. Have a safe stay and have a safe and good time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, President, for giving me this opportunity. And the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, to carrying us the entire session with a lot of energy and positive vibes spread all around the world, all around their home, whoever witnessed today's session. Thank you so much. Dear state Toastmasters, once again, good evening. How many of you feel the difference in today's meeting? Could anyone tell what did you feel a difference? What did you find? Any experience, man, like differences in the meeting? Any positive notes?
Yes, we were having 3 visitors.
Okay, and then
after a long time, DTM Pradeep is there with us.
That's second one, yeah. And then
no hybrid meeting.
Okay.
See, the positivity today I'm seeing is, even though we have 10 members, we have 3 guests. That means 30%. 3 guests. I hope we are all the members who they have satisfied, or we even did a good job in front of the guests, especially. Guests are very much required to grow the club, and as well as at the same time, we the members must participate in the meetings. I was away from these meetings for past 3 months due to some busy schedule or some other priorities. But definitely, I will continue my journey like before. In these 9 years, this is the longest period which I absent from this club. That will not happen. I'm sure that. Thank you once again.
Thank you, DTM Pradeep. Thank you. As rightly said, we have guests and we have the members who rejoined, I could say. And the third thing is we have icebreakers, all the new role plays. I would really like to open your camera, unmute, and give a thundering applause to all the icebreakers, not only the speaker, even the role players. We have icebreaker role players for the time, Toastmaster Abhilash, Toastmaster Rafi, icebreaker for a grammar and account report. We have a project speech, Toastmaster Shahana. We have project icebreaker, table topic master, Toastmaster Ashwani. We have icebreaker, general evaluator, Toastmaster Patabira. We all are icebreakers today. We're full of icebreaker in this room today. Thank you for attempting and stepping into a successful role, and I really appreciate your commitment towards the role. Because even we have an eloquent and experienced Toastmaster who may struggle in the previous, but today all the new players are really did a wonderful attempt. I really appreciate Toastmaster Rafik when he pointed out at the last whether I need to evaluate or give attention to only the project speaker or the entire meeting itself. The question he raised and he got the answer at the same time. He did justice to his role. Kudos to you, Toastmaster. I really appreciate each member who joined here, actively participate and justice to them. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
And there is big difference when you see the project speeches, the project speaker 1 and project speaker 2. I'm not going to compare the both, the ambience, but the way they present, the ambience they create. One so soft and put a question and he teach how to ask a question. And the another one, she said about how to introspect yours to become better. So there are two different criteria which we are able to learn today. That's a really wonderful attempt by both project speakers. We have very seasoned evaluator to help and guide, to give means valuable advice where they are able to improve. So this is the right platform to learn and nourish our skills at the right time. We learn a lot of things. So kudos to you, all the participants today who are actively involved again. And Toastmaster of the day rightly said, time never ends. We are at end of this year and we already passed 6 months in Toastmaster journey, official Toastmaster journey from 2021 to 2022. We have to reach our DCP goals and we need your support. So be active and participate in each meeting, support and learn together in the best way. Coming back to our session and today's participants and winners of today's event. The best evaluator who could be? It's a tiebreaker. Though they are present time, but both are get tiebreaker and both are get equal. So congratulations to evaluators. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Shankar Guruswamy. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shankar. The best project speaker is our icebreaker, Toastmaster Shahana. The best role player in today's meeting is none other than Toastmaster Arivazhagan, our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. I wish you a happy new year. The new year will be a prosperous and really brings you a lot of happiness in your life. And I really want to thank one more person who is silently observing today is our VP Education, Toastmaster Sadish, who put his all effort to gather us in today's meeting. He is very new to the Toastmasters community and within 6 months he took the challenge and he do a justice once again to his role. I really appreciate Toastmaster Sadish and I really wish everyone once again a happy and prosperous new year coming back. And don't forget, we are going to have another meeting in upcoming month. Please do participate, take a role, do a challenge for yourself and come forward for all the things. Thank you and wish you all the best once again.
Group photo you missed out?
Group photo, please. See, that's what we want season Toastmaster. Please open your cameras.
Vignesh, Nilin, yes, great. Satish, you reached Jera?
Yeah.
Thank you. Vignesh, you are blurred actually, your video is.
Vignesh, your mobile is blurred. No clarity.
Yeah. My camera is not clear. This listing
Okay.
laptop. That's why. Yeah, that's why switch off.
Okay. No worries.
Yes.
Great.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you all once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy New Year. Happy Christmas.
Advance
Yeah,
Christmas
happy Christmas.
to all of
Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Happy everyone.
Thank you.
Let us have the feedback from our guest.